Flavor Aid, Polypop, Fruit Smack, Kool-Aid.
Fruit Smack. Oh, man. I think it's between Kool-Aid or Fruit Smack. And I'm going to say Kool-Aid started it all.
Okay. Gabriel Johnson.
Before you gave multiple choice, I was thinking it was either going to be coffee or cocaine.
Wow, both were great. I'm surprised that Kool-Aid didn't start off as a cocaine aid.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah. Okay, can I ask everyone to please stop saying "oh no" in this courtroom?
Welcome to the iKnowBadeaux Podcast.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to the iKnowBadeaux Podcast, coming at you from the Slice on Oak Studios. I am Mayor Dave Badeaux, the city brander. With me, as always, is my brother.
This place is a dump.
Thanks, Scott. Always good to have your family with you. Gabriel Johnson.
I was thinking before I came into the studio, I went and used the bathroom here, at the Arts Center, and god damn, is it outdated?
Yeah, they should really redo that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
It's so dumb. So here's the beautiful thing about having a podcast. We talk about things before we start, and then these guys pretend everyone was in on that conversation for the last hour. And it's a joke to them. Hey, guess who else is with us? It's been a while. Ladies and gentlemen, Justin Goble.
what's up, guys?
Justin, you have 30 seconds to explain yourself. Go.
39, 38, 37. I don't know.
That's not how seconds work. First of all, it starts with 30.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. Then I went 9. But
Yeah.
hey, what's up, everyone? I'm back.
We're not just going to gloss past
We're just going to go. We're moving on. We're moving forward.
That's what I thought, but I just decided to start with 9 instead.
Sometimes we talk about things before the podcast.
Yeah.
And everyone thinks that,
Yeah.
whatever, Dave.
Justin, thanks for having you.
Thanks for having you.
I'm here to entertain.
I do want to say that I still think you're trying very hard to outpace Jesse. So that's what's going on here.
I definitely couldn't let him get in on here.
No.
Last minute.
No. So I actually went and saw Superman this weekend as well. So we'll talk about that at the end. But before we do, everyone knows what time it is.
Game time, who?
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So one of the things I've been trying to do lately when we play games is stack the games a couple months in a row. So the last time we played Chrono Trippin. So ladies and gentlemen, we are once again going to play Chrono Trippin. Kool-Aid edition.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So I thought it would be fun because we just talked about Flavor Aid and how the Jonestown Massacre in 1978, somehow Kool-Aid was like, absolutely not. It will be known as Kool-Aid for the rest of time. People do not drink the Flavor Aid. They drink the Kool-Aid.
Yep.
Even
mass murderers.
Even
It's
mass
Kool-Aid.
murderers. When you're going to make a big vat, even if it has cyanide in it, even if it's got a bunch of barbiturates and literal tranquilizers. That was the other part that I read. Tranquilizers. It's Kool-Aid, folks. So I thought it'd be kind of fun. Kool-Aid is an interesting one, I think. It obviously has a long history and then also has a lot of nostalgia to the 80s and 90s, which is right up our alley. So I thought it would be a fun one to do. Are you guys, what are your takes on Kool-Aid in general?
It's delicious.
Yeah.
Kool-Aid's great.
Yeah.
It's flavored. I mean, well, what is there to say about Kool-Aid? I mean,
Really, how many words are there about Kool-Aid?
it's sugar water.
Well, it is sugar water, but did you grow up on Kool-Aid?
No, not so much.
Really?
No.
That's interesting. I would have thought the Gobles would have been Kool-Aid people.
I mean, once in a while we had some Kool-Aid, but it wasn't really a big thing.
What were you drinking then?
Tang? Crystal
A
Light?
lot of water and milk, I guess.
Water
I don't
and
know.
milk.
We didn't have soda really either growing up.
Yeah, okay. So I would have put you as we had a lot of root beer every once in a while, but mainly we went after the Kool-Aid.
You were way off because I had root beer never.
That seems crazy to me.
Lemonade, a lot of lemonade.
Okay, lemonade.
There you go.
Same,
Okay.
That's
same
what you
boat.
had instead of Kool-Aid. It
Yeah.
was the aid.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay.
We were a
Jeez,
Kool-Aid household. Yeah.
took us a while to get there. I assumed that you were a Kool-Aid household. We were a Kool-Aid. We were more of a Tang household.
Yeah.
But that was just because Tang had the flavor that we enjoyed. But Kool-Aid,
If Kool-Aid had a Tang flavor,
yes, and
Kool-Aid's never been to the moon.
America's moon.
yeah, America's Moon. Shout out to the previous episode. I will say this though: the big difference from Kool-Aid to like a Tang is the Tang you just pour it in. At least by the time we were getting around to it, was in the Country Time lemonade type container, right?
Which was much nicer. You don't
Yeah.
put the packet and then measure sugar. You just put one cap full in and
Yeah,
you got a pitcher.
But I also would say that to me seems like the downfall of the whole endeavor, because the whole reason it became popular to begin with was because it was just a little packet of something that you bought for nothing and then could have a beverage. So the way that Chrono Tripping works, for people that haven't been with us before, we take a product or a business or a corporation, and then we go through their history, starting from the beginning and working our way through year by year, chronologically, and figuring out when specific things in their history happen. In this case, this is Kool-Aid. So we're going to start at the very beginning of Kool-Aid. We're going to ask the questions of when did specific things happen. I got a couple other multiple choice questions in here as well, just to throw some curveballs in there. At some point, I will say we're at championship round, and all bets will be off. Can be any year. And the winner, of course, must say
One thing.
And what is that?
Hello. Congratulations.
There we go. All right. So if you win, you must say hello and congratulations after I say something to your fans. So again, we start at the beginning. Every answer after that moves chronologically forward until we get to the end. All bets are off.
Until it doesn't.
Until it doesn't. Justin, you will get to go first.
Great.
Because you're sitting to my left. And we're just going to start right at the beginning. What year was Kool-Aid invented?
Total shot in the dark. Absolutely. I have no idea.
I think
say
that's
1978.
He says 1978. It is not Price is Right rules. It is closest. Can go over.
Yeah, I'll take the year under Scott.
1955.
1954.
The correct answer is 1927.
Wow. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So that is an interesting ordeal in that it makes sense, right? This is a product of the Great Depression, essentially. Started in the 20s, became popular because it was dirt cheap. And as a family, for some reason, sugar was readily available in the Great Depression, which seems so weird now. Like, it seems like sugar would be more expensive, but evidently not. Evidently, sugar was just readily available.
Sugar and flour.
Yeah, yeah. So like we've talked about before, like with the Depression, they had things called like water pie, which was basically just sugar, and it was a pie with like sugar, essentially.
Yeah, you basically made a syrup,
Yes.
a watery syrup.
Yep. Yeah. And then
And
put it
baked
in a pie crust because you had flour and sugar. And very similar to this, people had sugar readily available, and then here's this concoction that you just throw a little bit of citric acid and some flavor and coloring in, and all of a sudden, boom, you got the Kool-Aid.
Go out to the well and you got a pitcher of Kool-Aid.
Yeah. So really big in the Great Depression. The main thing was it was 5 cents a packet, most of the 30s from what I read. So 5 cents, it's a pretty good deal. The correct year, 1927. Gabe, you get a point. Moving forward from 1927, in what year did General Foods purchase the Kool-Aid brand and make it a national brand? So prior to this point, it was more of a regional type of thing, a smaller thing.
Where was it originally?
Where it originated in Nebraska. Yeah.
Seems like a place to be in a depression.
Actually, no. I think that was probably the worst place to be in the Depression. Isn't that the Dust Bowl?
Yeah.
I think the place you didn't want to be was anywhere near the Dust Bowl.
That's where you had sugar and you needed 5-cent Kool-Aid.
How do you get the dirt out of it? I don't want anything
don't.
I don't want anything that involves just like dust shaking.
That just gives it more texture.
Yeah, oof. Gritty
Well,
Kool-Aid.
you're not chewing it.
Yeah, but drinking it though too, you're still
I mean,
going to
it'll
get in
get
your
in your
teeth.
teeth.
Yeah, there's nothing worse. So yeah, what year did General Foods, which was the brand, purchase the brand of Kool-Aid and make it a national brand?
1933.
1933 says Scott.
Did they have it in World War II? Soldiers have little Kool-Aid packets.
They
with
had
the
to
Hershey's
have,
bar?
right? They had to have.
I'm going to say 38.
He says 38. Justin?
31.
Okay, the correct way to play this game is to go like just above
One
or
under.
just
He went
below.
one under, Scott.
One under Scott.
No, he went 2 under. I said 33.
Yeah, never.
Oh, that's
never
a-
two. Never two. The correct answer is 1953. So a little bit of a jump there. Is that Gabe again?
Yes.
Okay, so Gabe with another point. A little bit of a jump there. I think that's interesting to me in that 53 is quite a bit of a jump from the Great
Yeah.
Depression. Right? Because I would
Yeah,
have
you're
said
in Allentown by then.
I would have said the same thing, right? It probably got into the rations of some sort, or or at some point somebody's like, "Man, this depression's pretty good." Not the depression
We should
itself.
get it out of the Dust Bowl and take it nationally.
Yeah, get away from Nebraska.
This dirt flavored Kool-Aid sucks. Let's have Boston flavored.
Why don't you go eat that outside and then come on back in?
Gabe with 2 points. The rest of you with none. This is question number 3, and this is the fun one. When did the Kool-Aid Man burst through the walls on a national television commercial yelling, "Oh yeah"?
Oh, boy.
Hey, Kool-Aid!
74.
It's a 74,
73.
73.
72.
The correct answer is 1975. Gabe Johnson running away with this game. We forgot to say as well that if you are spot on, it is 2 points. So not the case here. 1975 though on the "oh yeah," I like that though, Gabe. You set a real nice number on that because that seems about right, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because I can't picture black and white.
Right. But
Oh,
you can
yeah.
picture that grainy
Yeah,
footage,
yeah.
like 70s. For
Se-
sure.
For sure, the 70s. Yeah. It is interesting to me, though, when you think about that, that's 50 years ago,
Right.
right? 50 years ago. And that is a staple of pop culture yet right now, right? And part of it is that it continues forward with the Family Guys and whatnot.
But that's what you need for it to be part of pop culture.
Yes.
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere. But you have to, it has to at least have enough interest in it to continue forward, right? And this is literally a mascot for a drink jumping through a wall just saying, "Oh yeah," and that's enough for people like 50 years later to go
brilliant.
like, "Oh yeah." Hell yeah, dude, that's great. What flavor do you think, and this isn't a question, this is like if you had to guess what flavor is the actual Kool-Aid Man?
Oh, he's cherry.
He's cherry?
That's what I was going to say.
I was going to say red, but I'll go with cherry.
I think that's probably more accurate. I don't know if Kool-Aid really has like a
It all
specific.
tastes, it's sugar.
Yeah. What was your favorite fruit juice growing up? Red.
Red.
Purple.
I do think that red is the best of those though, except for Tang. I'm a Tang guy, right? And actually, we talked about it. Crystal Light. We do a lot of Crystal Light in our house, even still. Now they have, because you remember Crystal Light used to have like the little cup. It was like the weirdest branding of any or packaging of any product ever. Because the whole point of like Kool-Aid was like it was a little packet, you ripped it and you just poured it out like a little thing of yeast. And the Crystal Light came in like a little tiny Pringles can,
A little
type
tube
thing.
that had the little pixie stick.
Before that,
things.
even though it was it almost looked like a thing you would get ranch in at a restaurant, and there was a foil thing on it. You'd take the foil off, but there was like only a tiny bit of dust on the bottom. So I only remember that because at our church, Crystal Light was a gigantic thing. But being a church, they watered that down so bad it was. There was nothing to it to begin with. It's Crystal Light. Maybe make it correctly. But I just always thought that was weird. That the kind of the point of having a Kool-Aid packet is there's not a lot to it. There's no cost in the packaging, right? Crystal Light was like, but what if we made it way more expensive?
Yeah.
What if we made the packaging 4 times what it should be? Maybe even more than that.
And a lot smaller.
It'd be like this is a great example. What if Pringles came in the regular can in the little single serving size things that they have inside that can?
And pop the can out of the can.
Yeah, the can. That's literally exactly what it would be. You'd pop the can, pour out the other little thing, and be like, "Oh, this one's for me," and then open that, and you'd be like, "That seems very wasteful."
Whoa. What if? Hear me out.
Okay.
Pringles, big can.
Yeah.
What if they put like 4 servings in a can?
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, then you get your can, but you have
Individually
artificial
wrapped.
restraints.
Yeah.
You have to restrain yourself because the packaging says so.
Like when Old Dutch went from 2 bags to 3 bags
Yeah.
of potato chips. I don't eat as many potato chips.
Even and I think this is even better. Like if you had to reach your hand in and pull like another little tinfoil topper off that, you had to get into
they're
the next
separated.
round.
They're separated.
Yeah, they separated. So now you got to like get in and get it out.
Yeah.
Last one's real hard to get to. Real hard.
You gotta get your kids involved. Then.
And if you start eating too many, your hand gets a little chubby. You ain't getting to them anyways. And that's how we keep you good and healthy, right?
Thank you, government.
Yeah, that's Pringles.
That's what government should do. That's how government should regulate things. Instead of taking things
Don't give
out,
Bobby any ideas.
instead of taking things out of the candy bar, make that last little bit of the candy bar really fucking hard to get to.
It has to be glued to the end of the bag.
It's got to be a process to get it involved.
You gotta eat 4 candy bars to put together the key to open up the last chunk of the candy bar. All right. Gabe, you are running away with this.
Next winter city council meeting.
You know your Kool-Aid. This is a fun one. This is a little bit of a connection to current events, I would say. In what year did the Kool-Aid Man make a comic book debut with a collaboration with Marvel? So the Kool-Aid Man, 1975. How long before Marvel was like, oh yeah, get him in the comic?
When you said this is related to current events, I thought you were going to ask when they started adding red 40 and yellow 5 to their...
That was day one. It was day one.
Is it my turn?
I believe so, yeah.
81.
He says 1981.
That's a good guess. 84.
Gabe, you get to pick just above, just below.
85.
Scott, you're getting a point. 1983. I didn't actually look it up. We'll pull it up on the
He's
screen
guessing.
right
It's
now.
83.
No. I didn't look up to see what the Kool-Aid Man looked like, so we'll show it to people that watch the video on
It was
YouTube.
9 years after he had made his television debut, so...
Yes, but I'm more curious, like, did he have a cape? Like, what is the Kool-Aid
did they
Man
slim
doing?
him down to be his more superhero?
Yeah.
How comic booky is he?
Yeah, is he fighting the Incredible Hulk or is he fighting Iron Man? Which one are we going after here?
I think he's breaking through the wall so
Yes.
Yeah.
Iron Man can get through and fight whoever needs to fight.
Oh, shit, that's a great. Oh my God! Like he's like like an assist.
Yeah.
Like in a fighting game, he's an assist.
Throw down.
They've ran into. They cannot save the day. The wall is in the way for whatever reason. The superheroes cannot get through it. Somebody please call the Kool-Aid Man.
And he's also there for hydration. So it helps 2 ways.
That is actually pretty cool.
Is that
though,
his
too.
life force?
I don't know.
What if you drink all of them?
Or is he there to help everyone else around him? Does he need it himself?
I got to give it to you. I actually think that you've now taken the Kool-Aid Man from being just pretty cool to like, this is a legit character.
Yeah.
If his goal in life is to quench the thirst of individuals, but by doing so is reducing himself, that's very Dark Knight of him.
Yeah.
Right?
What a sacrifice.
Yeah, he's bloodletting in order to use his powers. That's incredible.
I mean,
That's the blood of Christ.
Yeah, I had never
The
thought it.
Kool-Aid Man is Jesus.
Kool-Aid Man is Jesus, the Dark Knight version of Jesus.
But he can replenish his life force at any beach.
Yeah.
No.
Go back to his roots. Just throw a little sand in there.
No.
Little dust.
Oh, okay. I wasn't aware of where you were going with that. I was like, you're missing half of the thing. But no, you're absolutely right. Just get the dust in there. Shells are a little bit of flavor. And it would be lime flavored then, right? Isn't that limestone flavored? Scott, you've got 1. Gabe, you've got 3. I find that really interesting. I mean, it makes sense, right? Marvel is kind of just
Starting to
yeah.
get out there. They had the Captain America TV show that I still got to watch. Or the made-for-TV movie.
Yes. Yeah.
So that was
the
in
Hulk
79.
TV show
The
was
whole TV show
78.
79.
Oh God. Yeah, they weren't even there yet. And I think they missed the mark. Instead of doing the Incredible Hulk TV show, they should have done the Kool-Aid Man TV show. That would have been much
The
better.
exact same show,
Yes.
but it's just the Kool-Aid Man.
Yes.
Going
It's a
from town to town.
vastly superior show.
Vastly superior. Well, maybe he starts off and he's just clear, and then when he gets angry, he turns
He
red.
fills up the juice.
Well,
It literally gets red.
he could turn different colors for different emotions.
Oh, wow.
See?
That's too deep. That's
Yeah.
too deep.
Busting through kids' wall, like kids' parties into the wall.
We'll talk about this later, but because I did go see Superman, and we'll talk about it. I have an interesting take on. Maybe it's not even interesting, but an observation as to where we are with the comic book world. And I think you're going too far. I think we're overthinking it.
Story of my life.
All right, here's a fun little aside. This one is multiple choice. What gaming system featured a Kool-Aid Man video game where you stop thirsties from stealing water? So this is multiple choice.
Oh, water sucks. Kool-Aid's better.
No, the thirsties are stealing the water.
He's trying to save it.
He's trying to save the water. Was it A, Nintendo, B, Atari, C, Sega, Sega Master System, or D, TurboGrafx 16?
It's me.
Yes, it's Scott.
I can't. This doesn't. I don't believe this is real. I guess I'll go with the TurboGrafx.
Okay. Gabe?
I mean, chronologically, it fits to be the Nintendo Entertainment System. So I'm going to go with that.
Okay.
That leaves Sega and what else?
That leaves Sega and Nintendo. No, I'm sorry. Sega and Atari.
Let's go Atari.
The correct answer is the Atari 2600 in 1983 for both the Atari and the Intellivision, by the way. But some of you may remember that 1983 is the crash of the video game system. So the Kool-Aid Man crashed through the wall and broke the
whole industry.
The entire industry. But you never hear about that. So you hear about like the E.T.
E.T., obviously.
Yep, E.T. and it breaking the entire industry. But it is interesting that at the same time there was a Kool-Aid Man. I can only imagine what that sprite looks like on a 2600.
Right.
You know, like how do you even make a Kool-Aid Man sprite? It's just 4 squares, maybe an eye, couple bleeps, couple bloops. I think if it would have been Nintendo, I think one of us would have heard of it at some point because
Right.
Nintendo was the king of that. You had MC Kids, which was McDonald's. You had
Well, it was just a merchandising platform.
that's absolutely what it was. You had the Spot. You had Yo-Noid, which I wanted to love that game so much, and it was absolutely terrible. Crash Test Dummies, I think, is
I remember
what
that one,
went
yeah.
back that far. Just a bunch of actual brands of things fighting off against other things. Did you find a picture of it?
It genuinely looks significantly better than I expected.
Really?
Oh,
On the
that's
20.
Kool-Aid Man.
Oh wow! Well, that's got to be like the title screen.
That's not actual
You're
gameplay.
not playing that. Maybe you are. That's the
Oh,
entire.
okay, yeah, hold on.
Yeah, I was gonna
Hold on.
say.
There you go.
Squiggly
I
red.
like it.
Although I'm gonna give it to him that does look like at least a Kool-Aid
Yeah.
thing. Maybe not a man. Maybe Kool-Aid boy.
What do the people trying to steal the water look like?
Oh yeah, those are definitely.
really getting
You
into
know
it.
what they're gonna look like? They're gonna look exactly like Space Invaders.
It's just
little bombs.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
on lines.
it's so crazy to me so that's right before we started playing video games, right? Our parents, we talked about this a couple episodes ago, that our parents had the Ataris and we played those in some of the games, and some of them are okay, but that's like hardly a game, right? It's really interesting how quickly it jumped to. Well, at least you can see it. Like even Nintendo, right? It's not perfect, but at least it's not that. Yeah.
Well,
Anyways,
I think that is better than going back and looking at some of the original like PlayStation graphics and what we thought were great graphics at the time. They're now just completely unable to look at.
some of it, yes, I'll agree to that, yes. But there is something actually like kind of interesting about like low polygon though too. That is kind of interesting. But yeah, especially if you go back and you look at like a CRTV playing a PlayStation, like the way that we actually consumed it in 95 or 97, it's like, that's terrible. That's nothing. That actually looks like nothing.
This you at least see different colored dots going around.
Yeah. The blue
If you're not high
cherry,
contrast on the low polygon stuff,
True story. True story. All right, question number 6. And I don't know if you're going to remember this or not. Justin, this is the one I would have thought that you would have remembered, but you're not a Kool-Aid consumer. So in what year did Kool-Aid introduce the flavor Sharkleberry Fin, which was a pink sunglass-wearing shark? I remember this vividly.
I remember that shark, actually.
Yes.
But is it Gabe's turn?
I believe so. This is Gabe.
Sharkleberry Fin. So when was Mark Twain? He was like 1840.
such a this time frame's version of what you would do with Tom Sawyer, right?
I'm going to say 91.
Okay. Over to Justin.
I'm going to say 90.
Okay.
Okay, then I will say 92.
The correct answer
I wanted
is
to say 95.
The correct answer is 1988.
Holy.
Yep. So this is right at the cusp of my favorite time frame, 1987 to 1992, when everything became fluorescent everything. And Sharkleberry Fin, God damn it, if he isn't
the
a
bill.
pink shark with sunglasses because he's too bright for life coming at you. The thing I didn't remember is that he was one of like multiple different characters that they created.
Okay.
So let me see if you remember any of these. The Great Bluedini. I don't remember that at all. Evidently, it was an octopus. There was Purplesaurus Rex.
Oh, that was a T-Rex.
Was he by chance purple?
I think that was Barney.
Yeah.
Predates. I think 88 predates Barney. Has to.
Yeah, probably.
Has to. What year were you born?
87.
87 has to, because you were 3-4 years old when Barney was rocking.
Yeah.
Because Scott was rocking Barney.
Oh,
hard.
I loved me some Barney.
Yes, he did.
I had a little stuffed animal Barney and everything.
Yes, which we eventually spray painted silver and hooked a fishing line and drug it across the road in front of cars at night.
That is awesome. That is so fun.
Fucking forgot about that. Holy shit.
We called it squirreling. We'd go hide in the. So we lived out in the sticks, and so we'd have to walk quarter mile,
About a half.
about half mile down to the actual like highway, which was tar. Our roads were all, it was a goat path, dirt road. You'd go gravel for a little bit, turn, goat path. So we'd have to, as a group of young kids in the middle of the night, leave our house, start walking down the dirt road, get to the highway, put Barney on the one side, spray painted silver, then real quick take the line to run all the way across the road and then hide all the way across the ditch in the bushes. And then just wait for cars.
Did they like slam on the brakes?
It
or
was awesome.
Swerve?
It was awesome.
Did they do anything?
The goal was to get them to do anything.
Anything.
Did they
Reacted
ever?
any way whatsoever.
It didn't. Sometimes they'd try to hit it. Sometimes they'd swerve to miss it. Most of the time they would just drive right by and not even notice it. And the goal was to get them to do something. But the other part of it too is like, this was like midnight in the middle of nowhere. So you'd get like 2 cars
Right.
the whole night.
We used to do the same exact thing on Goldam Road, though, and that was busy.
Yeah.
And that was fun. People would get pissed.
Yes.
So one guy stopped. He's chasing us across the swamp. It was bad.
Oh, good times.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
did the same thing.
Nobody crashed,
over
but-
by Jack's house, except it was tennis balls and water
There you
balloons.
go. Yeah. Well, yeah,
I remember
Water
one
balloons.
time we were out on the side of the road, and somebody was just cocked up, ready to throw, and this big lady is leaning out of her truck, going, "Don't you faggot!" Threw it and totally missed.
Oh, bummer.
But they slammed on the brakes, and we hightailed it, and this guy chased us into the woods for so much fun.
Yeah, the trick was to have to run.
Yes.
Right? Eventually it turned into canning, which we then we'd take 2 sticks and put them on opposite side of the road, and then we'd run the line across with cans on it so the people would catch the cans and then start driving down the road with cans attached to them. Because that was fun, because then you'd see them like a quarter mile down, like have to stop and get out and take the cans off their car. Eventually, it just turned into us throwing crab apples at cars in town, which was way more fun and way scarier. Way scarier.
Nowhere to hide.
Nowhere to hide. You learn that real quick. Like out in the woods, you just run. It doesn't matter. Like in town, you're like, I got a map. Do you have a map? Which way are we going? Which
How do we get to
alley?
the rooftops?
Yeah. Which alley? How are we getting home? Ton of fun. Okay, so that was, again, I said Purplesaurus Rex. Incredibleberry was Lightning Bolt Berry guy, which I feel like a Lightning Bolt Berry guy gets redone a lot. I feel like that's something that I've seen a lot of, like Electroberry, like stuff like that. And then Rockadile Red. That's a great name.
A red crocodile?
A red with shades
Cool.
and a guitar.
Oh, guitar even.
And I'm assuming
Why does
electric.
he play guitar with
It
those short
seems like
arms?
he's trying to steal Kool-Aid Man's thunder. That's the red flavor.
I think that this was their attempt at saying, look, this Kool-Aid Man, he might not last 50 years.
Right.
We gotta
get some other characters.
we gotta
Yeah,
get
that's
these kids.
true. You don't see fat people live that old.
I would have just put sunglasses on Kool-Aid Man. That's what I would have done. Like, oh, he's hip now.
Yeah,
He did get sunglasses eventually, didn't he?
Must have.
at some point.
Yeah,
At
surely.
some point. Yeah.
Probably at the same time.
Probably
as
about
all these guys.
1988, yeah.
Yeah.
Justin, you have 2. Scott, you have 1. Gabe, you've got 3. I have. What, I got 4 questions left? Actually, I think we have quite a few. All right, let's keep going. In what year did Kool-Aid singles launch? So initially you had the packet, you poured it in the thing. Now you got the individual packet you think of now where you just rip the top, pour it in your water bottle, shake it up. In what year did they launch the Kool-Aid singles?
Was it me? 94.
99.
99, he says.
Shoot. I like that guess. How many questions do you have lined up for me?
We've got 8,
How
9,
much farther
10.
into the future can we go?
8, 9, 10.
I'll go 2000.
He says 2000. The correct answer is 1994. Double points.
Oh, man.
Points.
Goble takes the lead.
Takes the lead. I think he saw it, personally. That's too good of a guess. I'm
It's a lucky guess. I'm going to fall apart. Don't
going
worry.
to start doing it like
Yeah, do
this.
it. Oh.
Okay, let's take a little pause.
94. That seems early.
It does seem really early, doesn't it? I tried to find out if that was the original. It's got to be close, right? That's 94 is as early as I would possibly think that something like that would happen.
Yeah, because that like the single serving mac and cheese, the Easy Mac, that was around 2000. That's like when everything started just doing single serving, make it quick and easy.
Yeah, and I don't
Here's
remember.
something that you just give to your kid and say, you do it.
Yeah, and now you think about it, all of that stuff is like that, right? You can get energy drinks like that now. Where you just pop the thing, pour it in the water, shake it up. I would have thought Kool-Aid would not have been the leader in that. I would have thought they would have been following that. This seems really early, but I couldn't find anything that said like who possibly could have done it earlier. So we're going to say, fun fact, folks, first time that anyone had ever done it, 1994.
Yeah.
They led the way.
Thank
Nobody
you,
never
Kool-Aid.
even thought about
Nobody even thought about it. Justin especially. This is a little pause on the actual dates. We're going to just, for some fun here. I don't know if Kool-Aid was the first one to do this, but here's the real question. What was the name of the original powder drink concept that launched this entire ordeal? So this is not year-based. This is like, let's go all the way back. What was the original version? Was it Flavor Aid? Was it Polypop? Was it Fruit Smack? Or was it Kool-Aid?
Flavor Aid.
I think it's Scott.
Oh, it was Scott, yeah.
And you can pick the same. It doesn't matter.
All right. What was the sixth? So Polypop, Flavor Aid, Kool-Aid, and
Flavor Aid, Polypop, Fruit Smack, Kool-Aid.
Fruit Smack. Oh, man. I think it's between Kool-Aid or Fruit Smack. And I'm going to say Kool-Aid started it all.
Okay. Gabriel Johnson.
Before you gave multiple choice, I was thinking it was either going to be coffee or cocaine.
Wow, both were great. I'm surprised that Kool-Aid didn't start off as a cocaine aid.
I like Fruit Smack, but that's just too much of a cocaine joke. So I'm also going to guess Kool-Aid.
I wasn't guessing where you were going with that. Justin?
Flavor Aid.
He says Flavor Aid. The correct answer is Polypop.
It is.
Now, it may not be the original, but as far as what I could pull up, that was the first one, 1922 in Fort Worth, Texas. Guy created the entire concept of citric acid and a little bit of coloring and flavoring. And then it became a hit. The actual, like we said, with Kool-Aid wasn't until 1927. But Kool-Aid actually started off as Fruit Smack. And,
was it?
And Fruit Smack was a concentrate. So it was add water, but it was a concentrate. And then they saw, this Polypop or whatever is working. They were just like, well, why don't we just do that? And so
Make them buy their own sugar.
Change their whole entire process to Kool-Aid. So Fruit Smack was the original name of Kool-Aid, but it wasn't the same product.
I didn't like Polypop because I'm like, well, pop was so new then. How are people already making different pops?
It is interesting. Well,
The first pop was in like the late 1800s.
yeah.
Yeah,
Do they call it
15,
pop
20
though?
years.
They call it pop then?
Soda pop.
It was soda pop?
Soda pop
Okay.
fountain.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. Polypop continued forward. I may even still be available. Flavor Aid was slightly after. It was right around the same time as Kool-Aid. I actually don't have it in front of me here, but I think it was like 1928 or something along those lines. So it was early as well. But the original Polypop, 0 points.
Like, I just remember the Wikipedia article for
Yes.
Flavor Aid was like 4 sentences long.
919 people.
Yeah, started here, killed this many people, and
You say that, but I like looked it up and I was like, because initially that's what I thought was like, was Flavor Aid the original? Let's see what was original. And then I like looked it up and I was like, Scott was not joking. There are 7 words in this entire thing, and half of them are people died. What I enjoyed even more about that was they have one image on the Flavor Aid page, and it is like the crustiest, nastiest box that's wet and like moldy with other things and like pop tops of other beverages at Jonestown. So it's like the Jonestown garbage is the photo on the Flavor Aid Wikipedia. It was found with other beverages as well. But God damn it, that Flavor Aid. I did find it interesting in looking at that they did a little more information on the Flavor Aid scenario. Was some of the eyewitnesses referred to it as Kool-Aid, and I think that's how it happened. Was the reports were saying Kool-Aid, even though it was actually Flavor Aid. All right, we were at 1994, and we have 2 questions left. It looks like so. This is Gabe and Scott versus one another to see who goes against Justin in the championship.
First time it's ever happened, I think.
I think so. You are absolutely correct.
Don't fuck it up.
This is Kool-Aid Jammers. Now, Kool-Aid Jammers was the...
Or the little plastic bottles.
Well, this was the Capri Sun. Like Capri Suns came out, and Kool-Aid was like, absolutely not. We must have a Capri Sun.
the pouch.
So it is the pouch. It is it is literally the exact same thing as a Capri Sun. The Kool-Aid Jammer.
Who wants to go first?
Gabe has more points, so I will let him decide.
Perfect.
After you.
There you go. It's the correct move.
Kool-Aid Jammers. 2003.
It says 2003.
2002.
2002. The correct answer is 2001. I'm actually really surprised by that, though. I had no idea. When I saw that one, I was like, this could be 1971 for all I know.
I would have guessed like 95 if I went first. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, except Capri Sun was huge in the 90s.
Was it, though? Evidently, maybe not. I don't know.
My grandma's house, high C boxes and Capri Sun pouches.
Okay. What
Coolers full
era?
of it.
What era?
Late 80s, early 90s.
Really?
Yeah.
See,
Capri Sun?
I would have put
early?
I would have put Capri Sun like 95 plus.
Yeah.
Huh.
Because I remember Capri Sun and loving Capri Sun, and I vaguely remember Kool-Aid having a product, but it was at the point where I was almost kind of done with that. I had graduated to 20-ounce bottles of soda.
Yes. Yeah.
16 ounce probably then.
Yeah. Well,
Maybe 24 hours.
hold on now, Gabe.
Big
Now
slam.
you just
19.6.
hold up real quick before you start looking things up about Kool-Aid on
I'm
your
not
phone.
looking anything up on Kool-Aid. I'm looking up Capri Sun.
Okay. All right. I'll allow it. I do think it's interesting because so you also skipped the like squeezable, what do you call those? What were they called? Remember they had the little plastic bottle that you'd get and had the drink in it. You just squeeze it. Squeeze-Its, I think it was called. I literally think it was called Squeeze-It. You would just squeeze it,
Yeah.
and it was called a Squeeze-It. You don't remember those at all?
I don't.
They had like faces on them. They had the weird.
Oh, the weird top on it. Yes.
Yeah.
I do remember those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since its launch, Capri Sun has been packaged in laminated foil vacuum Doyen pack pouches. Since its launch,
Which
Okay.
was when?
1969.
Holy shit.
Yeah, see, I was gonna say like Capri Sun could be anything, but dominance in the late '90s, so much so that Kool-Aid's like, look, we're losing out here. We got to get into this jammer business. Good name though. I'll hand it to them. Kool-Aid Jammers is a cool name, and then
Just jam it in there.
yeah.
Jamming it where?
Your mouth.
Exactly.
Your mouth hole.
Jesus Christ.
Kool-Aid slammers. Jam it in your mouth hole.
It's a slamming and jamming event of the summer. Oh yeah. All right, let's take this baby home. Technically, that puts us at a tied scenario. Justin, I'm going to give you the leg up, though. You get to say whether you want to go first or second. The correct answer is second, but
Also, I'm going to pick first. No.
would you
Then
like to
I
go?
guess a year, and then you
I
guess
would like to go
whatever.
second,
yes.
yes.
Then
Okay.
you guess whatever you think it is.
Yeah, well, no, don't do that. Don't do that. This is a fun one. In what year did the Kool-Aid Man get a CGI makeover that took him from the original man in a costume to CGI? And it can be any year.
Are you including like? Are you considering like animated drawn cartoons to be CGI?
No, this is computer generated. So that does put a window in there.
Yeah. And you said this is before 2001.
No, this can be any year.
This is all bets are off.
This is all bets are off.
So is it old like Eraserhead movie?
Yeah, the Lawnmower Man.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at.
That would be frightening. The Kool-Aid Man breaking through a wall, i.e., Weird Al when he does his version of Money for Nothing. Talk about low polygon. What a look. What a look.
1996.
1996. Justin, you get to say,
1997.
he says 1997. The correct answer is 2013.
Whoa.
Yeah, you son of a bitch. That's what I would have guessed.
They held on.
I would have guessed like 2008 or something if you didn't say all bets are off.
Well, that's the whole point. Is that
That's not the point.
That's wild. I read that and I was like, okay, we've never really done that where we've had like the last one be really quite a bit later than everything else, even. But also wild to me that you just held on to that man in a costume for 40 years.
Yeah.
For 40 years. You're like, that's the way to do it. We will continue to do it that way. There probably were some, drawings or whatnot.
I feel like when I think of the Kool-Aid Man, I think of an animated guy busting
Yes.
through them, not necessarily the costume guy
Yeah.
busting through the foam.
But they were still doing that though, all the way to the end. Like they continued to do the costume guy. But I will
They're
say
only
this.
making 5 cents a packet.
True story. True story. Well, not by the end. By the end, they're jamming, they're singling. The 2013 though that's wild because 2001 we're very much in CGI land in 2001. Like you start thinking about Spider-Man, the movie, X-Men. Like by then, you had pretty decent CGI happening. Christ, Toy Story by 2001 is Shrek, I believe. So you're well into that
Right.
realm.
Yeah, you can do it.
Yeah.
You can do it well.
This is 13 years after
Right.
that.
Good on holding off.
Yeah. Well, they liked it. They liked it the original way. Justin Goble,
Holy shit.
you are the winner. Go ahead and say something to your fans.
Hello and congratulations.
Holy sh, folks! Justin, hello and congratulations.
It's a new day, boys. It's a new day.
It's a new day.
Yeah,
New
I-
fucking day.
I actually thought Kool-Aid
Not
was
only does Justin always blow it when he's on,
yes.
he's the first guest in a long time to actually know what to say after.
Yeah, right.
Absolutely. I think it's crazy though that I thought this was good for you because I was like, Justin grew up with Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nope.
it turns out I knew nothing about it, and I
won.
won the fucking game.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. I've got another one that I want to do, but I'm not going to say what it is. The next one I've already got planned out. I was debating between these two. I'm a little bit more excited about the next one. However, given the Flavor Ed conversation, given Justin's love of Kool-Aid,
I love it. Now I'm going to buy Kool-Aid when I leave here. Hey, remember Ecto coolers? What were those?
it was actually
It's a high C.
That was high C.
it was high C, but it's actually tangerine flavored and delicious.
I remember those a lot.
Yes.
Growing up, for some reason, my mom must like to buy them.
Capri Suns and Ecto Coolers.
Yeah, we don't talk about the consumption of liquid products in that time frame enough. Because the greatest thing about High C was that it came in the can, like the actual can. Do you remember? You probably don't remember that at all.
I remember High C from when McDonald's got rid of it and then
Yes,
everybody got mad
it's
and they had to
back.
bring it back.
It's back.
Yes. And my only other experience with High C is from a 5-gallon orange bucket
It's so good.
with the spout
Yes.
on it
When
Yeah.
at baseball games and
Yes.
shit.
on my dad's side of the family, no Capri Suns.
Okay.
But my uncle was a career McDonald's guy. So every family get together had the big Gatorade thing, and he'd go to the store, fill it up with High C, and we
That's
had
awesome.
High C for days.
It's so good. High C is so much better than it should be.
Yes.
Like when you think, because orange drank is probably my favorite. I'll give it, not necessarily orange soda, but Tang, or like even right now we do a lot of Crystal Light at our house, and they have one that is Tang adjacent. It's like their version of Tang. It's very good. But High C, even just the orange flavor at McDonald's specifically, oh my God, it's so fucking good.
Yes. I always get High C when I go to McDonald's.
Yep.
Which is very infrequent.
Yeah, Maverick is the same, always High C. But in the early 80s, and maybe all the way to like, it had to have been like until 88 or something, it would come in a giant can. Like you'd think of like a can of peas, and now make that comically large
Okay.
and put drink in there. And then
You have the little puncher,
Yeah.
the
I
little punch
remember
hole
this now you're
thing.
saying
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
you'd have to punch once here and once here to get the air in
Gotta
there
get
too.
choking. That's how you learn how to smoke pot.
Yeah.
Opening High C.
And then just a kiss of tin flavor
Yeah.
to your drink then as well. But crazy that we're so far removed from that most people don't even remember that being a thing. You know, it's kind of like the old beer cans, because the old beer cans were like
Right.
that too. But then they were like, no, we're going to give you a barrel of High C. And my mom bought the shit out of that. And Ecto Cooler is the one I remember the most from those cans. But then they started doing the juice box version of it.
Yep.
I don't think High C ever went Capri Sun, did they?
I don't think so.
No, I think they always kept the boxes.
Yeah. Good choice though. Although then you become a parent, and then you like see the horror story of like this one had the nasty mildew and algae growing in it. You see like one of those and you're like, yeah, I would have no idea. My kid is just drinking it, and kids are so fucking stupid.
Yeah. That's when we stopped buying the applesauce pouches.
Yeah.
Saw one with mold in
Yeah.
it. Like, nope.
Yeah,
Done with that.
because you would have no idea, and your kids are so stupid that they'll. No, I'm not kidding. Kids are so stupid.
Oh, I know. I have them. I have them.
They'll drink half it and then go like this. This tastes terrible. Speaking of Kool-Aid, Callie, not a consumer of Kool-Aid, got a package of Kool-Aid and made it for Xander. And Xander's drinking this Kool-Aid, and he's like, "Oh, it's so tart, Dad. You want to try this? It's so tart." He's just making these faces like it's so tart. And I was like, I'm trying not to drink sugar, kid. So I did the thing where I was like, "Oh yeah, ooh," and I didn't drink any of it. Turns out Callie did not put any sugar.
Just citric acid
So
and water.
this poor kid is trying to have someone tell him he's drinking poison. And I'm just like, yeah, oh, it's so sour. Yeah.
Grow a pair, dude.
It took him like 3 days to consume this glass. And the entire time he's just looking for validation that he's
Just
right.
tell
that
me
he-
to dump this shit.
Please tell me not to drink this.
Something's not right with this shit.
And then finally, he made the face like it was probably, I'm not kidding, it was at least 2 days. And he finally made the face, and I'm just like, okay, maybe I should investigate. And I kind of took a sniff of it, and I'm like, Callie, did you not put sugar in this? She's like, you don't put sugar in that. It's Kool-Aid. And I was like, oh my God, you absolutely have to put sugar in it. All it is citric acid and coloring. That's it.
Fucking thing sucks.
Poor kid's mouth was probably just ripped as shit. All right. Well, I think that's a pretty good place to stop there. Kool-Aid, good product. I think it's kind of fun. It's an interesting one just because long breath.
Yeah.
long runway on that one. Final
Never
thoughts?
thought I'd talk about Kool-Aid as much in my life.
That's all right.
Yeah,
That's
100
fun.
years old next year.
Oh yeah, I never thought about that. 100
Should have
years
waited
old.
till next year to do this.
No,
podcast.
This is the perfect time to do this now because who knows how long it's going to take me to edit and put it on the actual internet, and then it's got to hang around for a while, and then people got to.
Plus, I
find it.
won, so you're gonna have to make it delayed even longer.
Yeah,
so
I know.
nobody knows I won.
I may never even put it up. Speaking of you winning,
You'll put it up.
I will. So let's talk just super fast. I did go see the new Superman movie.
Yes.
A dirty immigrant.
So we are. This is what, July 16th? No, 15th. Excuse me. So you're probably not going to see this on YouTube for a while because I've been doing the 4th of July stuff, so we're way behind on video again, and I apologize to you for that. But went and saw it opening night, and very enjoyable.
Okay.
I am not a comic book movie guy.
You're not a Superman guy.
I
No,
am definitely not a Superman guy. 100% not. My son Maverick, he's just graduated high school. He's been super excited for this. I think he really got into the Marvel stuff and then was like, well, what's this DC stuff all about? And then you kind of like start to consume the Snyderverse and stuff. And you're like, there's something there, but they're not doing it quite right. And so he was really excited to see what would a more fun approach to Superman be.
Yeah.
So he's been consuming Smallville and like all that
Okay.
stuff. Like he's the Flash, like all that stuff. He's been watching all that type of stuff. And so he was super excited. So he got me excited for it. I also could not consume the Snyder stuff. And I'll just say that up front, anyone that's out there that is pro Snyderverse, I can't do it. And I love Watchmen. I think Watchmen is amazing. His take on the DC stuff I'm sorry, it's unwatchable for me. I just can't do it. You're trying to take it too serious.
Yeah.
And I think that stuff to me is really, I shouldn't say unsettling, but to me, it becomes boring, right?
Comic books are fun.
Yeah.
They're light.
Yeah. And I'll even say this though, that I think all the Marvel stuff is really boring too. I really do. Like I'm really comic booked out. This movie is fun.
Okay.
Started off about 30 minutes into it, I was like, all right, I just don't like comic book movies. I was just kind of in the same boat. I was like, you're trying to explain things. The man flies. Okay. The man flies. I don't need to know more than that. Right. I really don't. By the end, we like walked out and I was like, that's a really fun movie. Like that's a really fun movie.
Okay.
And from a superhero standpoint of Superman, yeah, just have a guy, right? Yes, he's powerful. Don't really need to go too deep into too much of it, but there's enough of a story to get you through it. There's a lot of fun aspects. It's funny. And I recommend, highly recommend it. It was a lot
Okay.
of fun. Yeah. Are you a Superman guy? Yeah.
You can take it or leave it. I will say that before it came out, I saw like one trailer for it on the TV while I was in the dining room at the restaurant. I was like, I don't know. I don't think this really does anything for me.
Yep.
But then I started hearing people
Yeah,
say
yeah.
this, it's fun.
Yeah.
This is a good movie.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, maybe I'll check it out.
Yeah, I think my problem with Superman is the same thing I've always said about like vampires and stuff, right? It's like, oh, you're all powerful except for the one thing that can kill you. And then you think that's dumb. So now we're just waiting for that one thing to happen. In this, they kind of take a little bit different approach where it starts off with him getting shit out of him, and then you're kind of building from there. And I think that's kind of fun. I have saw a lot of stuff of people online that are into the Snyder stuff that are like, this is made for kids. And my
Yes.
comment,
Yes.
my comment to that is, yeah, the movie about the man that flies is for kids. Yeah, it is, right? But having just watched The Goonies, this is kind of where like my head went with it. Having just watched The Goonies again for our movie in the park, people would say like, you just like The Goonies because it's nostalgic. It's like, I have no nostalgia for The Goonies at all. I didn't see The Goonies until high school, I don't think.
Yeah.
And then I didn't quite get it. And then as I had kids and like watched it and realized this is for 12-year-olds, it's fun, right? The Goonies is fun. It's
Yeah, it was
adventure.
amazing. Yeah.
it's a movie for 12-year-olds that's fun. As an adult, if you can just take yourself and go like, when I was a kid, this is crazy. It's just,
Imagine finding treasure to
Yeah.
save the town.
yeah.
And fighting bad guys, like legitimate bad guys.
Yeah, and just enjoy it. And it's kind of the same thing with this. Is like if you go into it looking for you know,
Cinema.
the metachlorians and the reason why the metahumans. Just shut up. Shut up. Stop. Just watch the movie. It's fun. Enjoy it. I'm glad. I think it'll be fun to see where they go with it. So,
All right.
yeah. All right. Justin, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Gabriel Johnson, thanks to you.
But why are the playgrounds so far apart?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Back to the same old shit. I know you want to like do this, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I know you want to, but I'm not going to do it. I'm just
we're doing it.
No, we're not. We're not doing it. And to my brother Scott, thank you as well.
Yes.
What are you most excited for next week? That is 1979. We are doing pop culture. What are you most excited for?
I don't know. I've only been watching the movies.
Okay.
I got to get on the TV and other stuff.
We've got to do Dukes of Hazzard. I bought season 1 on DVD, so I'll get that to you guys. I consumed the first episode. That's all I was able to get through. We've got to do something on Sports Center. So try and find some Sports Center stuff for that. And then beyond that, let's try and figure out, Gabe, what have you got to do with destruction and mayhem and murders?
I mean, you got the Iranian embassy situation.
So
Do they have a park over there?
are there...
They have walls you can
How are the bathrooms?
Jesus Christ, I had everybody involved. All right, folks, we'll see you next week with 1979. It's Dukes of Hazzard, so I might ask Jesse to come on. So he's going to be piggybacking right after me. I think of all things, Jesse really wants to talk about Dukes of Hazzard.
Let them talk.
All right, folks.
I just got to be here for Rad. That's all I know.
I tried to do Rad for Movie in the Park. They did not have Rad.
What?
I tried. Goble, I thought about you and your brother, and I was like, God damn it, we need to do Rad in the Park.
Yes.
They do not have Rad.
Who's they? Let's get different people. Let's get different day. Like, 'cause that's fucked up, man. I will find Rad. We'll
They are dead to us.
Yeah.
That should have been the decision maker right there.
Done.
Clearly, these are not the people. These are not our people. We must move on. Yeah, Rad is so good. It's Karate Kid on bikes.
Amazing.
It's Karate Kid on bikes. You can't go wrong. And we will definitely be talking about it when
So
we
you
get to it.
let Jesse be here for
Okay.
Dukes of Hazzard, yeah, whatever. Okay. When we hit Rad, you give me a call.
I will absolutely give you a call. I think it's 19...
84.
Is it 84?
84, 85.
I was going to say 85, but it may have been all the way to 88. It might have been one of those that's like sneaky.
Nah, I'm pretty sure Gabe.
Yeah, let's look it up quick before we leave.
We'll see you in 6 months.
Yep.
That's what I'm thinking. We'll be off work then. It'll work.
Yep. Same thing, once again, folks. Yeah, and then our movies are
86.
86. Yeah, I was going to say, I think it's sneaky. All right, folks. Yeah, so we'll be back next week with 1979, and then the following with 1979, the movies. Please send us your selections for that. It's always
the
more
movies.
The movies.
We have the movies.
But they can send us a movie if they
Okay,
want.
fair.
It's always fun if they
No,
do
don't
that.
send me anything.
Yeah, don't send us anything. We have enough to watch. And with that, we're done. Okay, go. No,
Could
stand.
put the playground closer together.
I could go back in time. The reason why it irritates me so much, if you really want my honest...
Back in time. You've been on the park board for like 8% of Brainerd's entire history.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. That's a good way of looking at it. It has been a decade. Here's why I think it irritates me the most. Because it's the one thing I actually give a shit about, right? And it's the one thing where like people go like, you should do something with Lum Park. And I was like, it's coming. And then we do something. And then people are like, do more. And you're like, yes, absolutely. And then currently sitting in a meeting, this was last night, currently sitting in a meeting going, people would really like the bathrooms to be better. And we go, yeah, but we have to figure that out. And then you're like, but where's the money come from? And then you start having that conversation and it's like, it's always a 2-year conversation. And it's always like, how do we shuffle this? And how do we shuffle that? And how do we do this? Do I think that the bathrooms at Lum Park need to be better? Yes.
Sounds like a lack of executive function. If you need 4 new faucets, go buy 4 new
No.
faucets.
His complaint about the faucets is what we do with all of our faucets is that you can't leave the faucets on in any of our sinks in our parks. You have to hold it for the water to go. That is a functionality of our sinks that we have built in so that people can't leave the water on because people will leave the water on.
That's how we do things.
Yes. Yes.
No, Scott's wife.
I've been to places though where there's a a sensor,
Yeah.
and then the water turns on, and then when you're gone, the water shuts off.
Scott, I tried to one time get our park staff, and God damn it, this is how I get in trouble every time. We were like, we have to lock the bathrooms. So we got to pay a guy to go around and lock the bathrooms. I said, I bet I can go on my phone right now and go on Amazon and find locks that will lock themselves at a certain time.
They will lock a kid in there at 10 o'clock every night.
It doesn't mean he can't get out.
Oh my God.